Tucker Carlson is the most prominent white nationalist in the world. He does not believe that white people and black people should have the same amount of rights. He does not believe that we should have immigration in this country. He does not believe that races should be equal. He is a white nationalist. I've been doing this whole, political drama live streaming thing for a while now, 3 years at this point. And never in all my days of doing this did I think that there would be a drama I'd be covering that would involve these three people: Tucker Carlson, Nicki Minaj, and Hasan Piker. Maybe Tucker Carlson and Hasan, but not with Nicki Minaj thrown in there, okay? I don't feel like I need to give any introduction on any of these people, but I am going to anyway. Nicki Minaj is a singer, I believe. I don't really listen to any of her music. She does the type of music that conservatives fucking lose their mind about. You know how Ben Shapiro and ironically Tucker Carlson and all of that shit, they get really mad about the super sexualized videos by Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion and whatnot. She does that kind of music video too, the empowering sexuality stuff that conservatives hate. Tucker Carlson is a open white nationalist. He's one of the most far-right people on mainstream American TV. He's on Fox News, and he literally just peddles white nationalism and fascism to his audience every day. It is well known and extremely well documented. He is a white nationalist. And now Hasan is the nephew of Cenk Uygur, who is one of the main guys at TYT, the Young Turks, and he is one of the biggest Twitch streamers out there. And he's a left-wing political commentator who does stuff very similar to what I do. He was inspired by me, of course. He saw my stream and thought, oh, I want to get in on this, and he started making content. I want to make it very clear, okay? He'll do whatever he can to bury this info, but I am the reason for Hasan's success, okay? I built Hasan up, all right? I made him who he is today, and he forgot about me. All right, I want everyone to remember that, okay? He saw my stream and was inspired to do what I do, okay? I was the first lefty streamer. I inspired Destiny, I inspired Vosh, and I inspired Hasan. My nose is itching. Unacceptable. Now that you know about everybody involved with this drama, let's go ahead and just jump right into it, okay? So, this all started back on the 13th of September, 3 days ago from the recording of this stream, when Nicki Minaj jumped on Twitter to tweet some dumb shit. Here we go. My cousin in Trinidad won't get the vaccine because his friend got it and became impotent. His testicles became swollen. His friend was weeks away from getting married. Now the girl called off the wedding. So just pray on it and make sure you're comfortable with your decision, not bullied. Ah. Damn. Yikers. Whoo. Ooh. Yikes. 141,000 likes. And a lot of quote tweets. A lot of quote tweets. Oh boy. Yeah, this hit the news pretty hard. This hit the news really hard. Oh, James Gunn with a fucking banger here. My friend in Chicago had eggs for breakfast and got in a car accident on the way to work, so don't eat eggs because they cause car accidents. True, true. And then we've got Alana Pierce, who is someone that I simp for very hard, okay? Anyone here who knows. All right, Alana Pierce. I simp, okay? I simp for Alana Pierce. With the banger response, when you get an STI and don't want your girl to know. Yeah, the prevailing theory right now about the story behind this tweet, if it's even true, is that the guy they're talking about probably got an STI from cheating on his wife a week or so out before getting married, and then blamed it on the vaccine. Yeah, so this got a lot of attention because obviously there is no evidence whatsoever to suggest that the COVID vaccine will make your testicles become swollen and make you impotent. Not even the slightest shred of evidence, only hearsay and rumors. You would think if it was so common that all these people were having problems with the vaccine that, there'd be some verifiable evidence and not just right-wing demagogues or people who've already raised doubts about the vaccine before even having it be released. You would think it would be someone other than those people that would have found, some evidence of this. You know how, the people you always see talking about how there's aliens, how like aliens have visited Earth and everything like that, either have like a vested financial interest in people believing that, or are already like crazy fucking people who've believed in aliens their whole life. You know, the type of people who think that they like. The type of people that think they've had 50 paranormal encounters in their life, that they've seen aliens and ghosts and wendigos and skinwalkers and shit like that, and they've got a billion stories about all the supernatural encounters they've had with things. It's like that, but for vaccine denial, is what I'm seeing here. Like, the types of people who are already raising doubts are the types of people who are always coming out with these stories about how, these individual anecdotes about how bad the vaccines are, and yet no other stories about something happening to someone with the vaccine that wasn't just, yeah, this person had an immune disorder and isn't capable of taking the vaccine. In which case, if you go to your doctor and say, hey, I've got an immune disorder, should I take the vaccine? They'll say no. You know, like, it's not like it's being pushed on you. You'll be socially ostracized for not taking it because people don't like those that kill other people with diseases. You know, it's not very much looked upon kindly. Anyway, this got a ton of news coverage, and everybody dunked on Nicki Minaj. And then Tucker fucking Carlson, who I want to remind you has done multiple segments talking about the decline of women, the decline of Western civilization. One, because brown people are coming in due to immigration, and two, because of the type of music and the type of art that Nicki Minaj herself creates. Like, literally, Tucker Carlson has done multiple segments about how the type of music that Nicki Minaj creates is like bad for women and bad for society and is contributing to the decline of the West. And of course he's a Nazi too. He's a white nationalist. So having like a very famous black woman, you know, signal boosting Tucker Carlson, not happy about it. Let's go ahead and watch the clip.
Oh, he's fine. It's Nicki Minaj's cousin's friend's testicles who are swollen from taking the vax. That's the claim. But it's not anything to do with the physical effect of the vaccine that makes our political class mad. It's the last part of Nicki Minaj's tweet that enrages them. The part where she says you should pray on it, make the decision yourself like a free human being, and, quote, don't be bullied.
These people are such pussies, by the way. Like, no one's being bullied into getting the vaccine, all right? Nobody's getting bullied into getting the vaccine. The vaccine had already been available for like 5 months when I got mine, okay? I literally sit at my computer all day streaming, and I was open with all of you guys that I hadn't gotten vaccinated yet, and then I told you when I did. And I got vaccinated fairly late on because I just didn't leave the house, and I didn't see it as necessary for me because I don't really go out. But then when then there was a thing I wanted to go out to do. Me and my girlfriend went and we got vaccinated because we wanted to make sure that when we go out and do that thing, we're safe. And, more importantly, we're keeping others safe. This is the reason why people get upset at anti-vaxxers. I think these people are subhuman, okay? The types of people who refuse to get the vaccine, I think they deserve what's coming to them, okay, in a video game. All right, I really don't care about them, all right? And I'm going to tell you why. When they go out there refusing to get vaccinated and they go walking the streets without their vaccine, they aren't just putting themselves in danger. They're putting other people in danger. Aren't they victims? How about this, all right? They are victims. Those people are victims of misinformation. But there's a certain point where people who are victims of misinformation become the victimizers. You know the Christchurch shooter? You know that guy was a victim of misinformation, right? He was brainwashed into Nazism. He was the victim of misinformation. Doesn't change the fact that he was in the wrong for going and killing 50 Muslims in a mosque in New Zealand. When you start causing too much harm, you stop being the victim and you become a victimizer. Even if you started out as a victim, okay? My problem is that these people who are hesitant on the vaccine or refuse to get the vaccine, they are putting the people who can't get vaccinated in danger. There are a lot of people out there with immune disorders. I know people with immune disorders. I have a friend, I won't say her name, but I have a friend that's a friend of my uncle's who has lupus, which is an autoimmune disorder. She has to take immunosuppressants, which means she couldn't get vaccinated because she was on immunosuppressants. She has to be on them because she has lupus. And that makes the vaccine not work. She can't take it. So she's unable to take the vaccine. The only way that she can keep herself from getting COVID is locking herself in her house all day, or what we're supposed to be doing, relying on the people who can get vaccinated to get vaccinated, building up herd immunity, and making it so that we don't have to worry about the people who can't get vaccinated because everyone who can has been. That's why I don't give a fuck about these people. I have no sympathy in my heart for them, okay? None whatsoever. Every time they go outside not wearing a mask and not vaccinated, they are basically committing bioterrorism in my mind. I think it should be illegal, okay? I'm full on saying it. They are basically bioterrorists in my mind, okay? Every time those fuckers go outside, refuse to put on a mask, and start breathing all over people at restaurants and on the street and shit like that, they're doing bioterrorism and they ought to be locked up. That's my opinion. I don't fucking care. Pro-vaccine mandate, 100% on board now. I don't care. No, I'm 100% on board. I'm fucking tired of the fact that I turned 21. I turned fucking 21. I'm coming up as an adult in a literal pandemic that could have been over in less than a year if people took it seriously. These people are the reason we're still in the pandemic. It could have been over in 2019 or 2020, sorry. It could have been over in early to mid 2020. This whole thing could have been over if people took it seriously enough. But they didn't, because the far right isn't just in America, it's all over the place. And they've allowed the virus to become not just a little bug, like, I don't know, like Ebola, that doesn't really get too far, doesn't really, spread too much, and is something that you worry about if you go to certain countries or if you don't have good access to medical care. They made it into a full-on worldwide epidemic. These people are at fault. I also want to point out, Tucker Carlson is vaccinated. He won't admit it, but he is vaccinated. I heard recently there was, some fucking leak that happened or something where he, admits to having been vaccinated the second the vaccines became available, because he knows. He knows. Tucker Carlson's smart. He knows. He's a rich man who's very smart, and he knows that he makes money off of spreading doubts. That doesn't mean he's not going to get the vaccine behind the scenes to save his own life, but he'll keep shilling anti-vax propaganda to his audience.
So our media and public health officials didn't like this because they make their livings bullying people. So they couldn't let it stand. Oh, he's fine. It's Nicki Minaj.
Yeah, Xander Fox requires it for its employees. That's hilarious. That's actually hysterical. Anyway, Nicki Minaj went ahead and quote tweeted it and posted it with a bullseye, direct hit emoji, oh yeah, he spot on, he doesn't miss type thing. So we have Nicki Minaj, I would argue, one of the most prominent black women in the world, promoting to her 22.7 million followers. It's actually funny. I have 22.7 thousand followers. Her 22.7 million followers promoting Tucker Carlson. So HasanAbi replies, "You know he's a white nationalist, right?" Which is true. Then Nicki Minaj quote tweets it and says, "Right. I can't speak to, agree with, even look at someone from a particular political party. People aren't human anymore. If you're black and a Democrat tells you to shove marbles up your ass, you simply have to. If another party tells you to look out for that bus, stand there and get hit." This is Candace Owens shit. I feel like Candace Owens snuck into Nicki Minaj's house in the middle of the night and chloroformed her, then took her phone and started tweeting on her account. I feel like that's what happened here. I swear to God, we're getting actual, unironic Democrat plantation memes here. This is phenomenal. The argument of, do you know who makes this argument? You know who I hear this argument from constantly? What group I hear this argument? Oh, so I can't speak with or agree with somebody from a particular political party? You know where I hear that argument from? I hear it from white, teenage, racist edgelords on the internet, in the gaming community. That's where I hear it. Edgelord white boys in the gaming community on the internet is where I hear it. She's Trinidadian? I know she's Trinidadian. I know. Yes, I know. That's where I hear this argument. Those are the type of people that make this argument. Now we're hearing Nicki Minaj making this argument. Fucking amazing. And it gets even funnier. Hashtag I stand with Nicki trending on Twitter all day. Obviously a lot of people are making fun of her. Thank God. There's like a lot of pushback. Granted, Twitter knows that I'm left-leaning, and so like a lot of these are going to be people agreeing with me. But like regardless, the fact that I Stand With Nicki even got to trending on Twitter is fucking insane. Ollie London! Hey, look! It's Ollie London! That racist motherfucker who's trying to literally transition to being Korean. The white British dude who's transitioning to be Korean, tweeting, I stand with Nicki Minaj. Good for her for expressing her opinion. We're all entitled to our opinions whether we agree or not, and no one should be silenced. Oh, look at this. Oh my god, girl boss. Girl boss. Girl boss. Girl boss. Oh, it's so painful. Oh my god. Please save me. It gets even worse. It gets even worse. Can I just show you one tweet? I'm just going to show you guys one tweet that perfectly summarizes the types of people defending Nicki Minaj right now. Because Hasan got canceled. Believe it or not, but Hasan pushing back against Nicki Minaj promoting a white nationalist. Hasan got canceled for it. And you know who canceled Hasan for pushing back against the promotion of a white nationalist? You know who did it? Black Twitter. Unironically, Black Twitter is canceling Hasan over this. Here's the best example, okay? I had to post this one. Alright, I had to post this one. 7,600 likes, by the way. Here's Know Nothing responding to the tweet. Nicki, I'm sure you don't know this, but Tucker Carlson is a white nationalist. You might agree with him on this specific thing, but please reconsider using your massive platform to promote him. Don't ever tell a black woman what to do. I saw hundreds, perhaps thousands, of replies like this. Unless they're Russian bot accounts, but like these 14-year-old black women who are screaming at Hasan and other like left-wing people for criticizing Nicki Minaj's promotion of a fucking white nationalist. Tucker Carlson is the most prominent white nationalist in the world. He does not believe that white people and black people should have the same amount of rights. He does not believe that we should have immigration in this country. He does not believe that races should be equal. He is a white nationalist. He wants America to be a white ethno-state. He wants a majority white America, and he wants to preserve that. He wants to prevent brown people from coming in. He wants to lock out immigration to brown countries that are mostly not white. That is what he stands for. And you've got these thousands of Nicki Minaj fans, many of them are women of color, who are defending Tucker Carlson unironically. Guys, you better believe they're digging up the best id poll they can find. You better believe they're calling every white progressive who criticizes Nicki Minaj's support of Tucker Carlson here. You better believe they're calling them racist. You better believe it. I've been called racist a dozen times. Know Nothing's been called racist. Hasan's been called racist. If you're white and you're progressive and you criticize this, you'll be inundated with hundreds or thousands of these Nicki Minaj stans calling you a racist for attacking Tucker Carlson. I think this is phenomenal. This right here, listen, I am not like a class reductionist. I'm not anti-ed poll. Well, I am anti-ed poll. But I'm not a class reductionist. I'm in favor of intersectional progressivism. This is, the idea behind this is the idea that like race, gender, sexuality, all that kind of stuff all kind of tie into each other in different forms of oppression, and we need to tackle all of these things in order to, and of course, like economic stuff, and all of these things intersect, and we need to acknowledge all of them. We need to stop racism, sexism, homophobia, and class disparity if we want to make the country better. Not just focus on class, not just focus on identity, both of them. That's my idea. But what we're seeing here, we're really used to seeing people like Jimmy Dore, and that's like the flip side of like the super hardcore anti-ed poll left. That's Jimmy Dore, okay? That's what you get there, right? But if you go super far into the pro-ed poll left, you get these people. People who will defend white nationalists because a black woman likes that white nationalist. id poll is important, but if id poll is such a high priority to you that you're unironically defending the most racist, most prominent racist in the country because a black woman likes him, you need to log off Twitter. Same as Professor Flowers defending genocide. Very, very similar, yes. What Professor Flowers defined as her definition of decolonization is literally genocide, and the left, a lot of lefties on Twitter were in favor of it because it sounded woke, because they call it decolonization and not genocide or a Holocaust. It's one word, one new title for that word can make it sound woke, and you'll get tons of lefties to jump on board with it. That's all you have to do. Make it sound woke. I want to die. Anyway, guys, holy shit. This is unbelievable. Please, for the love of God, I need to vent with you guys, okay? Everyone who watches this video, leave a comment telling me what you think of this drama and what you think is going to happen next. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like, subscribe, ring the bell icon, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all my social media, linked down below. I've also got a fan Discord where you can talk to me, play games with me. We do watch parties in there. It's just a community for everyone who likes my content. Definitely go click the link down there in the description and join my fan Discord. And of course, if you want to support me financially, which really, really helps because obviously this is my job. I pay my bills with the money that you guys donate to me. This is my full-time job. It's how I keep the show going. If you want to support me financially, you can donate, subscribe, or give subscriptions on my website, xanderhall.com/live. That's the chat on screen right now. You see it? It's on the side of the screen. That's my chat right now. You can super chat or hit the join button, become a channel member on YouTube, or you can subscribe, gift subs, or Prime sub for free with Amazon Prime over on Twitch, or alternatively, you can donate directly through Streamlabs or pledge me on Patreon, all linked down below in the description of the video. I appreciate all of you watching. Thank you so much for your support, and I want to hear what your thoughts are on this. Leave it down below in the comments, and yeah, I'll see you all next time.